I don't like to say I told you so, but I think I did. The work in the summer is paying dividends. Hello everybody and welcome back to In the Dugout FM. This is Millers and we're on the journey from Sunday League to Champions League, and as you can see we're currently sat after 9 games at the top of the shop. We've been playing fantastically well, and that's been bolstered by this young man here who scored 7 goals in 9 games. Has got the second highest average rate, the joint highest average rate, I suppose I should say, with the most player of the matches as well. Backed up by a great Ryan Giles who's doing great work supporting him on that left-hand side. We've been playing well. I'm going to caveat all this, though, that with an issue that we're facing in terms of money, right? Our finances are listed as okay, but every month I'm having to put money back from the transfer budget into the wage budget to keep us below the losses allowed for a period of time. And that's the end of the 31 season. So obviously we've done quite a bit of work financially in the transfer market to make sure that we're doing okay from a wage budget perspective, but also it had brought in a lot of transfer budget. Before we got to the end of September, this was currently at 43 grand, and I've pumped a lot of it back into the club coffers to make sure that we don't fall foul of this, because what we don't want is what we saw at Blackburn, and being hit with this FFP administration issue, and then being docked points, and then being penalised because the game doesn't take into account the context of where we are. So I'm doing that consistently. In terms of that position, we're still in the positive from a net perspective, right? So we've sold quite a few players. I think you've seen all of those. The ones you won't have seen us bring in are these 3 here. So I brought in Mara. I wanted us to be in a place where we had 4 solid strikers, because we're playing 2 up. For those of you that remember the good old days of the 90s when teams played 2 up top, if you had 4, it created great competition, and actually no team knew who you were going to start against them. And we've brought in this kid, 28 years old, French. He's doing really well, in fairness. He's a bit moody, but I think I'm going to put that down to that. Apologies if you are French. But the reality is he is a bit moody. I think he's a tremendous complete forward when you look at those attributes there, but he's desperate to play as the advanced forward, which is also where we played Mario. So it chops and changes, but he's done okay. 5 goals in 7 games. Really pleased with that. Really pleased with the return so far. 32 grand, regular starter. Does well for me. And then our director of football has been busy. He's brought in Sari, who's a 19-year-old Turkish centre-half. Got the potential to be a 5-star player. And they reckon he's going to be as good as Mark Crossan, so that's good. He's not playing at the minute. He's working with our 21s. And then we also brought in Engui from Birmingham. As a bit of cover. But he's 21. He can still improve, and he can play right the way across that back 4. So he's a nice bit of cover for me and gives me a little bit of backup should we need it, and he's only earning 5 grand a week. So it puts us in quite a nice place. From a squad perspective, the only other rabbit that I'm going to pull out the hat to help us financially is to sell Callum O'Hare. I couldn't get rid of him in the window. Nobody really wanted to pay his wages, which is understandable. He's a good player, but he doesn't rank above what we've brought in. He's 32, edging towards that point where he's probably getting past his prime. And if I can get a decent sum of money for him, give it all back to the club, keep us ticking to make sure we can carry on doing what we're doing. Because I think if we can get this club to the promised land, financially all the issues go away, and we find ourselves in a league where we are nudging closer to playing in that Champions League. Do I believe Coventry are the vehicle to get us to the Champions League? No. But we've got a very good team. And we're doing quite well in the Championship, as you can clearly see. We did get absolutely pumped by West Ham in the Cup, and that was pretty much first team at home. So that shows you our level again. But then, we've been to the likes of Forest and won 7-3 away. It's been interesting. But we've got Watford at home today. That's the game we're going to show you. And as you probably saw, Watford are sat in second with the game in hand. So, they're a very, very good team, bolstered by their relationships with Udinese. They've got a lad on loan from Udinese. They've got a lad on loan from United. So they're doing really well. And it's going to be a really good test. It's at home. So we're going to see how we do there. If we can win that game, it's a 6-pointer and it kicks us on massive, which would be fantastic. If not, it probably shows you that we are around where I thought we would be, which is kind of this area here. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, this is how we're going to line up. We've got Wardy in goal. Trainer's going to play our right back for us, De Silva on the left with that inverted role, so he fills that space for me when Irving kicks on. Crossan and Can are going to sit in there. And then we've got Irving who's going to play as that attacking central midfielder, and Frimpong's going to sit. You can see Frimpong does a fantastic job of just sitting in that hole, and actually he oscillates between a 3 and a 3.5. So he's doing really well at the minute. I'm not going to take him out. We've got Dunn there to come in as and when he's needed, but actually I'm quite pleased with Frimpong sitting in there. He's one of our own. He's a kid as well, so that works out well. And then we've got Camacho who will come on and play in that role again. Superb player, 23, Portuguese, loads of ability. And we've also got Gorman. Now, Gorman's just come back from an injury, so he's currently playing with the 21s. But he's been scoring as well, and he loves to break forwards, and his finishing's fantastic. So he's a really good little addition that we brought in the summer as well, who can also play in that role. Giles has just come back from an injury. He's been playing with the 21s to get himself back to fitness. He's going to play on the left for me. Loves a cross, which is ideal for us because we've got Mario in that box. Mario up top with Conway, and then Telaviti on the right, who I just adore. I know he's my signing, but he's done fantastically well. You can see his rating there. He's performing for us. He's only 25, and actually I'm really pleased with what he's doing over on that right hand side. And that's how we're going to start. We've got obviously quite a strong bench. Mara's the lad who will obviously come on up front as and when we need him to. Gives us strength. Camacho's another 4-star player who can come on. Gives us a load of strength. We've got opportunities to make other changes if we need to. But I'm really quite pleased with what we've got in terms of a bit of strength. We are going to stay balanced though. Nick wants us to go positive. You won't be surprised. But we are going to stay balanced. I like it when we play on that balanced role. It gives me an opportunity to change things if I need to. But also, that's how we beat Forest, So I'm quite pleased with how they react to being quite level-headed when we go into the game. So we'll see how we do. A little bit of a shake hands. He's got his trackie on. Look, bless him. No problem. Dress how you want, kid. Dress how you want. Probably be Italian, to be fair. As we kick off, and we're 2 minutes in, and Watford have the first highlight, which isn't what you want to see, really, unless it turns over to us. I do like Watford's kit, though. Clipped. He's their danger man. He's massive as well, by the way. I'm not sure if he's a target man or not, but they do tend to play one up, and he seems to be the man that everything goes through. I think he scored 4 already this season for him. Yeah, there you go. One up. Yeah, he's a good player. That Shved, if that's how you say it, who sits in that hole, he's the lad that's on loan from Udinese, which is their parent club? Is that how it classifies? I don't know. I know the guys who own Watford own another club or two, so I think there's definitely a relationship there anyway. As we've just lumped it long, we can't seem to get hold of this ball. That doesn't bode too well. And it's weird how I've got Mario currently sat deeper than Conway when Conway is our deep lying forward. Frimpong's won it back, but that's a shocker of a ball. Was he not off? It doesn't look like he was, but he looked like he was to me. Let's have a quick look at this. We win it back. Absolutely suicide pass from Frimpong. Callum's caught. He looked offside. I'm not going to get bitter about it, but I think he was. We're going to watch it again just to make sure I'm not being... Oh, it's Frimpong plays him on. So Frimpong costs us all ends up there, I'm afraid, after me being really positive about him in that build-up. So we're going to have a little shouty, and we're going to demand more from the boys. See if we can get anything out of them before half-time. They've reacted well, which is good to see. coffee to try and stop the coughing again. It's not looking positive, is it, before half time? Looks like we're going to go in 1 down, which is disappointing. And actually, you know, it's been a fairly even split game, but we've created nothing in terms of clinical chances. Disappointed we've not been creative enough. Essentially what I've just been saying to you, so I think it'd be strange for me to say something else to the boys. We're going to start it that way, and then we're going to make changes after 10 if nothing happens, and we'll go a little bit more positive. And we'll probably drag Giles, put Mario out wide left. There we go. Nothing's happening, is it? Okay. So, what's been working quite well for us is Mario out there, because actually he provides a danger at the back stick if Talaviti can box. And we're going to stick Maro up top in his preferred role of advance forward. Do that, and pop in Camacho for a little bit more creative presence in the centre of the park. And hope that we can create something by being a little bit more positive on the ball, because this is such an important game for us. I know it's early in the season, but if we can put a yardstick in that says we can compete with these boys, it does bode well for us. But this game is just dribbling away. Dribbling is probably the wrong word. De Silva, though, boxes a corner. Mara's there, nods wide. Disappointing. Lots on target. Lion's share of the possession just, but nothing's happening. We're going to go short with this one by the looks of things. He has done. Camacho finds the silver. Can we put one in? He's come all the way inside. He's had a shot through bodies, but nothing's come of it again. And Mara is in the forefront of the action, which is more than we've seen from anybody else at this moment in time. Crossing. Camacho, here we go. What can you do here, son? He's tried to find that killer ball and not done it. Now Watford look to break. Kone, Shved, that's a great name. Adams goes through 2 there almost, but it's blocked. We're recycling, which bodes well. Come on, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. There we go, now move. Love that. Get on the ball. There we go. No, Frimpong's had a shocker. He's getting dragged. He's getting dragged. With Bork's looking for Adams. They're going to find him because he's massive. Really, really disappointing. And Frimpong is at the forefront of that again. So he's getting dragged just because I'm furious with him. Conway's had a bobbins game as well. So Dara's going to come on. Really disappointed in what I've seen here from the lads. And they're going to get told that at full time. Mario's trying to drag us back in as he clips one. Looked like it was nodded out by the centre half, was it? It was. Corner ball. But we're not going to see it. Oh, no, we are going to see it. Short. I think Dara's come short for it. He has. Finds the silver in the box. Mario turns. Finds the goal. Grab it, son. Good lad. Ran through a post there. So he's also a ghost as well as a good goal scorer. That was nice. So Fitzpatrick just held him off. Allowed De Silva to get into some space. They didn't get out quick enough. And Mario with a nice turning finish on his left foot. Keeper no chance. Far post. A little bit of an encouragement shout, I think. Let's see if we can try and get something out of this game. If we can salvage a point at this point, it will probably feel like a win. But they're desperate to try and get Mario Adams on that ball, aren't they? Mara, look after it for me. Good ball, Mario. Looking for Fitzpatrick, but the ball wasn't good enough. Won by Callum, but only as far as Fapatu. Well in, Dara. Keep working, son. Well done, you. Come on, what can we do here? Go wide. Good lad. Mario again. Driving down that channel box, looking for Dara. Dara nods in. And that's his first goal of the season in the league. He has played in the cup for me, but that's superb. And actually, it was his work that won us back the football, so you'll love to see him getting on the end of that cross from Mario. And this is what Mario can do. You can put him out there, you can put him in the box. Keeper was nowhere. You'd probably be annoyed if he was your goalie, because he's dropped to the floor a little bit too easy there for me. Kick-off highlight, though. This isn't what we want to see. Unless they're going to return the ball to us, we don't know. Adams is on the ball. Well in, you. Away, son. Good lad. Is there going to be another highlight? Mario. Finds Mara, who comes short. Goes back inside, good. Bit of recycling. De Silva playing in that inverted role look. Allowing Camacho to push a little bit further forward. Fitzpatrick. Overlap from Telaviti. Can we box? We can. Mario! He's scored. He's onside. Mara looked a little bit in a little bit of a dubious position, but nothing's happening. So it looks like we're going to get that goal. We'll have another quick look because we did give their goal a bit of scrutiny. What a ball that is, by the way. Boxed. It looks like he's probably square, in fairness to Mara. But that finish from Mario is absolutely flawless. And we take the lead with 2 minutes to go. Another highlight, though. This game's been frenetic. We said 10 minutes ago a draw would be delightful. It would feel like a win. But now I'm worried that they're going to pull one back and feel like a win for themselves. I can't say that name. He's gone from distance, though, and I back Wardy from there anyway. As you can see, if we can hold this, that puts us 4 points clear at the top of the shop. I know it's early, but what a statement that is to come back. And actually, you've got to give a load of credit to the lads that have come on there. Camacho's come on, started being a bit creative. Dara worked like an absolute machine. And Mara was in and around it, but this boy's special. Outstretched arms. You've done brilliantly to come back. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. What a result that is for us. And there we go. I know we're on. We played 10, so Fulham can still catch. That's fine. We've put a line in the sand here, haven't we? That said, do you know what? We're going to compete for this too, which is absolutely fantastic, and not something I expected either. Mario's set for a goal bonus. We're in September, by the way, so that bodes really, really well for him. Right, when are we going to come back? So we're just at the end of September now. My suggestion is we come back at the end of November. Have a look at where we are. We'll come back for maybe we'll come back for the Sunderland game at home. See how we're doing. That'll give us a view financially where we're up to. That's a good couple of months down the line. And we can also start talking about the January window opening in a few weeks as well, so we can see what we've got planned for that. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, do feel free to like, subscribe, all of that stuff. It's a game I'm playing anyway, and to have some of you along watching is absolutely fantastic. So thank you for doing that, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Take care.